Hi guys, so today I'm going to be trying out this Spellbinders set from their new Paint Your World collection by Vicky Papiano. These items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links. Excuse me, those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And so we already did the larger brush set. This one's a little smaller guy. Look at how cute he is, this little guy. The die itself is like maybe 3 inches by the time it gets actually cut out. And then we have our little accent pieces to go with that. I'll go a little bit closer just because they're a little bit smaller here. So we have a little accent piece here. You get your ferrule. You have, well, let me mention, this is Artful Tulip. I thought I said that at the beginning. I thought, wait, maybe did I mention that? Artful Tulip. So we have these little green leaves. There are different portions to leaves, so, stylize them a little better there. And this one here has the embossing. We have the little tulip, and we have this that can be like a little bud, but basically it goes on top of the tulip like that. So you have those two different portions to make your flower. And then, of course, the bristles of the brush there, or hairs, or whatever it is that you happen to be creating, right? As far as what kind of brush you're making, right? Maybe a little fine art brush, you want some fine sable hair in there, I don't know. Just joking. So anyway, so we have that, and then I think to accompany it, because I want this to be like the focal point, but the background, we want to do something playful with it. It's very artsy, very sweet. I'm going to use this new embossing folder from the Open Road collection. This one's called Head in the Clouds, and what I think I'm going to do is just put a little color on a white piece of paper and then run it through, so not so much to catch the edges of that. I'm just going to put the color first and then run it through. So if you ran your paper through first and get the embossing and then color it, then you're going to have some edges where you can see exactly it's a little more defined, should I say, the edges of the clouds. But for this one, I'm just going to put the color down and then run it through. So it's a little more subtle. I think for the sentiment, I'm going to use this stamp set. Again, it smells so good. Spellbinders does photopolymer stamp sets. So we have these guys here. They smell awesome. And this is Sentiments for You from the Celebrate You collection. So I think I'm going to use one of these guys. I like this one here. Let you make my heart smile. I think that's a sweetie. And then I'll probably cut it out with this set here, also from the Celebrate You collection. It's the Swallowtail tags. And as you can see, they have swallowtails or dovetails, however you normally call them. And then they have this little piece here. And this is an interesting portion. Now, what I'm showing you is I get samples, so sometimes they're in a bag like this. Of course, yours will be something more like this, where it actually has a carrier sheet or some kind of inspo or instruction if that's what need be. But this little guy, you can cut it out, and then you can put all these little tags on it and put it on your card, and it's just a fun way of displaying your sentiments if there's something like that you want to play with. So let me put this up for now. Put this to the side. So I do have just a piece of white paper here that I'm going to cut down to like 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I'm going to make a standard A2 size card, which seems it's my go-to size, but whatever size you like. So I'll be right back. So we have our standard A2 size card base again, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have this piece of, it's just flat white paper, smooth white paper. And I'm just going to take a little stenciling brush, or I guess not just stenciling, it's a blending brush, and this really light blue, and see how that looks before it's a little darker. Ooh, that's interesting. I have a little bit of green on here, and I was like, what, that actually doesn't look bad, but let me go ahead and get the green off of this, and I'll be right back, guys. Which all it is, I'm going to keep wiping it off. That blue is a little too dark, so that gave me a moment to find a different color anyway, so I'm just going to use this lighter Salty Ocean. And I'm going to wipe a lot of it off and be very gentle with this. I don't want it to be like super dramatic. So I'm taking it there, I'm wiping it off on this little thing, and then just being very, very gentle about it. And I'm kind of keeping it in the center. I don't know if you can notice. Just want a little something. And then we're going to have our little brush in here somewhere, So just the smallest amount, and just building it up ever so lightly. Okay, I think that's it. If you want to add a little water drops, this is reactive ink, so you can do that and then just take them off, and it just adds another layer of texture there. But I'm going to run this through with the embossing folder, and that's going to be my texture. So I'm just going to run this through right quick, and I will be right back. Oh, so sweet. Okay, guys, let's see. Oh, so sweet. So yeah, just a little something, a little texture. And that'll be our background here. Just slightly matted and layered into the card. And then I just grabbed some pieces of paper, some different, just whatever I have here. So for the little ferrule, I'm going to run it through this silver paper that I have. And then I'll run the whole handle through in this craft card. Now, if you look at the handle here, it does have where it cuts. These are all areas that it cuts, okay? So when you piece it together, you can either have it all together or do different pieces. Like I said, I'm probably going to run this all through brown paper, but maybe, or through the craft card for the handle, maybe I'll do this tip part in black paper. And then I do have like a silver here that's not quite shiny. It's just like silver, just to make it look different from this shiny silver. So I'll probably run it through again to get this little portion in silver. So this will be brown craft. And then, you know, your tulips, whatever colors you like. I think I'm going to use this yellow and orange. So I'm going to do the background with the darker orange and then the little guy in the yellow. And then I have like this pink and coral that I'll pair up also. So the darker color for the background, the lighter color for this guy. And then, you know, with the leaves, I just picked out some different colors of green. So I'll run these guys through several times to get those. And then the bristles, I'm just going to run through this beige paper just a few times, just to have a few of them, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my little pieces, like I said, I cut that out of that. And then this one here, as you can see, it comes apart. And then we're going to layer this guy on top of this. So we'll put all that together when we get there, again, with the bristles and everything. So right now, all I'm going to do is put together my little tulips. And I'll put a little glue on here. Bring this guy over. Oh, bring it all the way here. And just pop it on there. Oh, they're so sweet. Same thing with the pink and like coral ones. And then these guys, I was kind of playing with this and I think I like the look of the light green coming up and then the dark green being tipped over here. And the other ones are just green. But I think that's really sweet. So I'll layer up those also. How cute is that? And I'll be right back. Putting my tulips together, I just want to show you what I did with these other ones. Just kind of give it a little curve here. It's a little curved out. Give it a little texture there. A little more. Sorry, just to give it a little more dimension there. How cute are those? And this one's not super stuck down, so I can still do that. And just kind of carve it out. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. I already adhered my card base there. And so, you know, depending on what dimension you want or what you're going for, you can put this together. Let me glue these two guys together because I do want those adhered. I think what I'm going to do is put a piece of foam tape to kind of hold everything together so it has a little bit of dimension in there. So we can put all the bristles and all those kinds of things in there. So I'm just going to, because the style of this one's slightly different from the last video I did. So I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to get a piece of foam tape. I'm just wondering if I should put it all here. Okay, well, I'm going to wait for this to set up. So before I really stick that down, what I'm going to do is put these bristles and things on this. I think I did that last time too, so I'm just going to put some glue here. And bring in leaves, just pop them in here and there. Just to kind of fill up this front area. And I'm holding them with the back of my finger here. If you want to do it with the liner tape, you can definitely do that. And I like kind of putting some one way and some another way, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And we have this little guy. We have there. So I'll continue just doing something like this. And holding on to them and just layering them in, okay? And then I'll come back and layer in, oopsie, my bristles. Let's pop that back on there. Just like in here, wasn't it? So cute. Okay, so I'll keep putting glue and just kind of layering things in, and I'll come back when it's time for the bristles. Just them kind of wild. And now I'll put a little more glue. And I'll bring in bristles, maybe start with this middle one. And you want to see them back there, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher so you can actually see the bristles there. So I'll glue them in kind of in this area and layer these up. So sweet. Okay, and I'm going to hold on to that till it's set up just because this is the way I chose to do it, but you can do whatever you like, of course. So pretty. And then we're going to tuck our little flowers here and there. Okay guys, so you know, as I was finishing up, I just kind of put it together. I think I'm going to do like this. And what I was trying to say is that I'm going to use a little piece of foam to kind of go from here to here to hold our pieces together and give a little dimension. But you know, however it is that you want to glue it down or do any of that, that's great. So I'm going to actually pick this up and put it here. So it's missing that little circle, right? So you don't see it there. And then we're going to go from there to this guy. And again, stick them down nice and straight. And then from that guy, I'm going to connect it to this guy. So cute. And that's how I'll stick the whole thing down. But that's because I want that dimension. If you want to just glue it down, you just glue it down. And I'm going to add a little bit more dimension on the back of this to support it at the top here. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that guy down. I think we'll put him in here. Maybe a little bit lower. And then I'm just going to take my little flowers and tuck them in wherever. So let me put this little guy. Like in there. And then these other little guys, just put a little glue, find a spot for them, and pop them in. Oh my goodness, you guys, and just that little pop of color. I mean, look at that. So adorable. Let me put this aside. And so, I'm just going to do my tag here. I'm trying to decide if I want to do... You know what I'll do is I'll grab some very light blue paper and I will stamp this sentiment on it. And then we're going to cut it out with this. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to stamp that on some light. So I just stamped that on there, and I took these guys out from that swallowtail tag. So cute. They're and so I was just choosing which size of this one I would like. Look how cute this one's. Just a little smaller than that guy. I think I will use this little smaller one. So I'm just going to look through here, and good thing I stamped where I stamped because I'm right on the edge of the paper here. Just going to tape that down and run that through. I'll be right back. So I have that little cutie. Oh my goodness, look at that. And you can just pop it there or wherever. I'm going to take a moment though and put a little, just bring in a little more color. I'm just going to add some twine on it. So I'll choose one of these colors and just add it here as a little bow. Just tie it in there. So I'm just probably going to glue that down like right there. Put it, you know, wherever you like, but just a little something. How sweet. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of that just to bring it up a little bit. So I'll put some dimensionals. I'll stick it down just like this. So I'll have some images coming up for you guys. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. Such a sweet set. It's just like such a petite little brush. It's just adorable to mix and match with the other brushes that are in the set also, if you would like to do that. All right, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.